The Fight, Part 3 and the final session by John Buxton. In the first two sessions, we touched on the following. 1. Quiet contemplation. 2. I am more than my dementia. 3. Snowflakes. 4. Perky bold visitor. 5. Nature's wonder. That was in session 1. And we continued on session 2 with the following poems. Every moment matters. I surrender. Am I home? Life book of memories. And my uninvited companion. Today, before we go on, I'd like to introduce to you the author, John Buxton, who is personally known to me. This is what he writes about this book. I started to write during the COVID-19 pandemic. I welcomed a creative outlet that perhaps could help raise awareness and reduce the stigma for people living with this complex and perplexing illness, especially those that are living alone with dementia, who can be particularly vulnerable. At the same time, I wanted to share some of the joy and wonder that can so often be found in providing direct frontline services that bring meaning and purpose. I also wanted to highlight the healing potential that nature can bring to people living with dementia. I previously cared for my mom, who was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and have worked for the charity Dementia Concern for many years in a caring capacity. My unique experiences have fired my passion to write for some of the most vulnerable yet wonderful people in our society. And this first collection of poems is the result. I hope you enjoy reading them. We'll have 5 poems. Firstly, you understand. Secondly, only a matter of time. Third, the visits. 4th, red post box. And 5th and final, that's all I ask. Now we go to the first. You understand. How easy I feel in your gentle presence. Stillness in the silence brings calming relief. I like that you give me space. Your sincerity empowers me, prompting my self-expression. You understand. I like that you never fluster, never raise your voice, never rush, aware of my need to be given time. Your interest in me shows me you care. You understand. I like that you allow me to be confused, to be vulnerable, without judgment or blame. My need for acceptance. How I welcome that our time shared has possibility. You understand. The next poem is entitled Only a Matter of Time. So many indistinct faces whizzing past me. I'm spinning my mind, lost in the whirlwind of distraction. As quick as a lightning strike, I'm disorientated, disconnected from my companion, my carer. In a brief moment of awareness, I'm acutely alone, anxious and afraid for a split second in time. No guide, no reassurance, no one to calm me, no coffee friend. I must have continued walking. I just don't remember. Into the unknown, nervous energy pushing me forward, finding myself window watching on the 65 bus to Richmond. Roads and streets I know, green spaces, schools, the town hall. I know that underground station, that place of worship, that public house. Sounds of sirens and tooting car horns bellow. Muffled voices are behind me. The ringing of the bell. Pressurized doors open and close intermittently. Sights and sounds familiar to me, comforting to me. I am sitting here like I used to, catching the bus to work every day, but unhurried. No shadow, no clock watching, just my dementia, my memories, and smiling strangers on the bus. Liberating in its simplicity, its uncertainty. Alone but not quite lonely. Curious but detached, with some essence of clarity remaining to share my story. I glance at my pass on a chain attached to my belt buckle. It's only a matter of time before they find me. The next poem is entitled The Visit. Today, my carer visits, shining light in a dark tunnel. She's cheerful, patient, and calm. We plan our day, and I get the freedom to choose. Dilemmas and quandaries are shared and solved. When dementia takes hold, she guides me back with compassion, resilience, a caring resolve. She listens attentively to my muddled stories, attempting to understand. I like my carer. I forget my illness when she comes around. Most of all, we laugh like old buddies, filling a void of emptiness, replaced with echoes of light-hearted pleasure. We share common denominations, common denominators. We like people, and we love movie stars. A golden age, cinema, theater, and flair. We walk, talk, visit parks and cafes. She's beside me as I live through my beloved life book. No name is recalled, however, I know her smile, her voice, reassuring presence, and courage. I call her my friend. She keeps me connected in a world of fog and haze. Today, I'll be free, free to be me, cheeky, quirky, unique, all of me, still here, where I belong, happy in the world. The doorbell rings at 10 o'clock. There she stands in all weathers, waiting in my hallway, smiling. Today, my carer visits. The next poem is entitled Red Postbox. Red Postbox, you have become my daily destination. Chink of front door behind me, off on my daily jaunts. Contact with the outside world to post my imaginary letter. So much to see on this road, new and unusual faces, pavements unchanged, hazardous and cracked, familiar front doors and porches, sounds of everyday life echo, breaking through the silence of my claustrophobic dementia tunnel, walking your historical pathway in turbulent and settled tunes, in turbulent and settled times, millions of steps, fine leather upon stone, once as hurried as a hare, now only as fast as I dare. Bustling, noisy, polluted, old road. I know your ruggedness so well. Your energy distracts me, escaping from lonely, oppressive, lifeless walls back home. I desire to walk you every day. Unsteady upon my feet, I stop, resting on a garden gate, catching my breath. Keep moving, they say. I do believe unequivocally that I belong here. Bustling, noisy, and polluted, you are part of my identity, inextricable in my daily fights against this dementia monster. Red postbox, standing strong, navigating me always, every journey worthwhile. Now, the last but not the least poem. That is all I ask. In judging me, first see all of me. That is all I ask. Those pockets of my multifaceted personality, unique parts of my character that I so want the world to see, my sensitivity, my passions, my chardonnay, sense of humor, a dry, sharp wit to be shared with those most patient with me, where the softer, kinder person may just resurface and surprise us. Some days I'm terribly afraid and fearful of the future. Dementia bamboozles, hoodwinks, and hijacks my reality. Dark, ominous, unpredictable clouds that roll in and overwhelm. Stormy days when it doesn't just rain, but it's thunderous and bleak. How fragile we can be in our vulnerability. If my dementia gets the better of me, walk beside me, reach out and reassure me. How you make me feel stays with me. I will remember your kindness. I desire to surprise you, sharing parts of me you never knew existed. How I welcome your courage, your fortitude to dare to see me as I would dare to see you, a stranger, yet not strange. Let's see what mysteries unfold in a moment of connection, seeking out a consciousness with compassion, willing us to be more adventurous. Imagine being free of the stigma of our everyday vulnerabilities, where humanity is at play as our paths crisscross and interweave, outwitting dementia and freeing my personality. I do believe unequivocally that I belong here. Resilience in my daily fight with life's turbulent sense of loss. Maybe, just maybe, the best of us is yet to be discovered. See me, all of me. My fragile vulnerability does not define me. That's all I ask. This brings us to the end of this presentation. Thank you for your attention to this Never Give Up the Fight by John Buxton, narrator, Dr. Prosper Doe in the United Kingdom.